Hello friends, so in the last session we have indexed these word files in English language, in Hindi language and in English. English means it's a combination of Hindi and English. And we have also seen how to index JSON data. There are two ways. Either we can select JSON data in the document type, or we can index JSON data as a file. Okay, so now we are going to index images. As I told you, Solr is good for all the format of documents, all the unstructured, semi-structure or structure. So image is a complex type. So basically, if you understand or maybe you get a chance to work on it, image is nothing but a optical character. So to extract the text from an image, that is a digital data, we need to have OCR, that is optical character recognition. Okay, so in Solr this facility is inbuilt. I mean Solr use OCR internally and extract the text from the images if that image is in English. But for other kind of language, we need to do some modification in the config or property file that I'll tell you. So first we will index the English image, and in this session we will also understand tesseract. What is tesseract and how we can integrate it with Solr, and why we need tesseract, I mean why it is so useful. Okay, so this is the English image which you can see on my screen. So let me close it. We can read some text description of this book. So this is my Solr. Let me copy this line because we need to pass while uploading documents from UI. Here we can choose simple file upload. We can choose English image, so that is English and JPG type. Okay, and here we can pass it, and I am giving ID this time 110, and let me click on submit document. So now the file got indexed. We can search it, IDD 110. We can see it. We can see if the text is here or not. No, there is no text, right? Because we need to have OCR, that is optical character recognition. And how we can use OCR, how we can integrate it with Solr. So we have one technology called tesseract. Okay, so here you can see I have downloaded tesseract OCR setup 3.5.1 version. So let me install it. Run. And once it got installed, I'll tell you what is tesseract and why it is so useful. I want to choose English language. Next, I accept all the terms and conditions. Okay, install for anyone on this machine. Language data. I want to choose additional language also. Apart from English, I want to choose Hindi. Click on next. No, I don't want to use in program file. I want to install it on D drive, not D drive, C drive, self, and softwares. Okay, click on next, install, let it install. Okay, we are getting to download few files. Let me check. Go to C drive, self, softwares, tesseract, TCS data, but it did not install the Hindi Hindi one, Hindi train data. So don't need to worry about. Actually, I need to use my internet. Let's let it uninstall. Yes. Okay. Uninstall it. Close. Let me on my internet. Wi-Fi. Disconnect it. Now, if I again install it, because we need to have Hindi data also, I want to show you how we can index Hindi images. We need to configure it with Solr. So I'm installing. We have so many language support in Solr and in tesseract. I will install it on the same location. Self, software. Okay, install. So let us see this time if we get this error because internet is on. No, this time we're not getting error because it is downloading Hindi data also. We can see here Hindi cube.nn language file, all these files. As I told you, training data is nothing but to put some intelligence in our engine. So I'm putting Hindi intelligence, so it can easily identify Hindi text from the images, and we can get it. So tesseract is basically nothing but the engine. It's a OCR engine, that is optical character recognition, which basically read the text from the images. It is open source software. You can download it, you can install it, and you can use it. We will configure this engine with Solr, so we can load the English images and Hindi images, and we can easily read it. So it is downloading Hindi train data. So once it's done. First I'll tell you how we can use tesseract alone, and then I'll tell you how we can integrate it with Solr, so we can easily index the images, and then we can make a use of it. We can easily search the text from the images. So you can follow the same step while installing tesseract and while configure it with Solr engine. And in tesseract we have seen we have support for lots of languages, so you can choose any language as per your business requirement, and you can configure tesseract, and then you can configure tesseract with the Solr. It takes little time. Here we can see downloading Hind language file. So last time we have seen the TCS data folder where it basically store all the train data. So we could see only English, but this time I hope we would be able to see Hindi data also. So now we understood one thing: while installing tesseract, we need to make sure that our internet is on, so it can download the Hindi file. Because last time we installed it without internet, so it was failed to download the Hindi train data. One minute remaining. Tesseract OCR. So it's basically for images, not for the document. We can also index the PDF file in Solr. I'll show you in the English PDF, in the PDF, and then we'll move on to the Java program, how we can call Solr APIs and how we can index data through Java program, and how we can search it, how we can do facet search through Java program, and all these things. So first we need to understand what is Solr, how we can use it, why it is so beneficial, what is tesseract, how we can configure tesseract with Solr. So once we have support for all the documents in Solr, we can use for our business purpose. So it's completed. Click on next and finish. Now if I go to software folder, if I see go to tesseract OCR folder, and I go to TCS data, that is train data, now we can see Hindi files here, right? So this time it processed successfully. So now I'm telling you how we can use tesseract. So where our image is stored, here I can copy this path, okay, so I'm calling this exe file of tesseract, and I'm going into location called C self edu CBA, because if I go to image edu CBA, we have Solr folder, Solr, and our image name is English. Now I am creating output file in the same folder. Solr, and then I'm giving file name to out.txt. If I execute this engine, let us see. It created one. Now we just use the tesseract and engine, and we pass this image as an input file and get all the text in the text document. So we can see we have everything here: description of this book. So here some text are, it is not reading correctly. So for that we need to improve the train data, but this is how we can get the text from the images. Okay, so how we can improve it? You can see it on Google. We need to improve these files, not these files. We can close it. We need to improve these files basically. So once improve the it is depend on the accuracy, how accuracy it is given by this Solr in this version. So you can install a latest version and then you can try it. Okay, if the same thing I try with the Hindi image, let's see what happens. Hindi image, let me open it. We can see here we have some text here. If I use tesseract for Hindi image, and I store the output file in the same location, so basically internally it use Leptonica. It is the source of for tesseract engine. So now let us see the output file. It is not reading properly, so we can do one thing. We can delete it and we can provide one parameter called -l hin. So now it will use Hindi train data. Okay, and the same thing we should give while processing English image. I forgot, so maybe I could get some accuracy. If this time we see we have all the Hindi text. If you compare this time, let me open it again. Now we have accuracy till some extent. Okay, so let me try the same thing with English, -l English, and here we can put English eng.jpg. So it basically based on Leptonica. It's a OCR engine. It is used internally. This time No, we need to improve train data. Maybe we can try with the next version, but it's okay. But at least we are getting text. Okay, now we need to integrate Solr. Otherwise, though we have installed tesseract, but still if I upload document images, it should not index this data, but we can try 110. I'm giving ID here, it indexed. Let me check. JPG file, no. So what we need to do, copy this location. I'm telling you how we can integrate Solr with the tesseract. Okay, copy this location, and now go to Solr, contrive, extraction, lib, and here we have this file called ticka parser. Okay, you can create, we can copy this file here, we can extract it here, yes, extract here. Okay, go in this folder, we can see what classes, what data we have in this jar file. So here we will get something called OCR. Okay, and we have one property file. So edit this property file, and here the path we have given, just change this backward slash to forward slash, copy this path, paste it here, and here type English plus Hindi. Save this file, close it. Now we modified this file, but now we modified this file in the extracted one. Okay, the one which we extracted, again go to the same folder, software, Solr, no, not here, software debug Solr, this folder. Now open this as a archive. Okay, go to the same folder, OCR, and now we can drag our file, this file, property file, and we can drag it here. So now we can see we have modified this file in the jar file. Okay, now close it. Now we can see jar file time has changed, modified time has changed. Copy the jar file, go to Solr, not debug folder, go to Solr, where we have installed Solr. go to contrive, extraction, library, and drag this file here. Yes, replace it. It is not allowing us to replace. Do one thing, stop Solr, stop all. I am stopping all the instances of Solr, and I am closing this UI, this command prompt. Now drag this file, replace. Now it allowed us. Now we can see the timing, it changed. Go to bin folder, start Solr engine now. Okay, so it is starting. So what we did, we configured tesseract with the Solr. So now let us see if we can extract the text from the images. Accuracy we can improve. We can improve train data. You can easily get it from Google. So now Solr start. Let me start it again. Copy this. Now this time we will index the image, file upload, choose file, English image, paste it, 110. Let's see what happened now, because we have configured tesseract and we have configured tesseract with the, we integrated tesseract with the Solr. We can see waiting for localhost, so means it is working. I need to wait. I need to wait till our file get indexed. So now it got indexed. We can go to query. We can type ID D110. Now we can search for it. Now we can see we can get the text from the images, right? This is coming big because of accuracy. So accuracy can improve it, but earlier Solr was not able to index the images, but now we can do this. So to do that, we need to configure tesseract, and then we need to integrate tesseract with the Solr. So now let us try to index the Hindi images. We can check that as well. Choose Hindi, and for this we will give ID to D111. You can see the message waiting for localhost, bottom left corner. So it is working. It takes little time because it takes time to get the recognize the text from the images and then to get it indexed. Now we can see ID D111. So internally it uses Apache Tika parser. Now here we can see we have Hindi images. We have successfully indexed the text from the Hindi images. Okay. And don't need to worry about the accuracy, it totally depends upon the OCR engine. Yes, we can improve accuracy till some extent. So you can download the better train data from the Google, and you can paste that data here in the tesseract TSA data folder. It's a train data, so it is basically using this train data, this intelligence to get the English or Hindi text data from the images. So you can improve this data, so you will get much accuracy. We have one English image also. So here we have Hindi and English, both the languages. Now we can upload that file also. File upload, choose English, it's a JPG file, and then this time I'll give ID 113. So in the left bottom corner you can see waiting for localhost, it means it is working. Okay, so it indexed. Let us search this data. You can type ID D113 and we can see this data. All the fields comes in the attribute content filter, field. Here we can see we have Hindi and English both. So it basically get text from all the images. So now we understood Solr, how we can index the images in Solr, how we can install the tesseract, how we can, what is train data, how we can improve it, how we can install it in this system, how we can use tesseract alone, and how we can integrate tesseract with the Solr. So the last thing, integrate tesseract with the Solr, it's very important, because if we cannot integrate tesseract with the Solr, we will not be able to get the index the images in the we will not be able to get index the images, and we will not be able to search the images in Solr. So in my next session we will see how we can index the PDF files and how we can search it, and then we will move on to the Java part, how we can index the files from Java code into the Solr and how we can search it.